Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news by geeks like you. I am your host, Chuck, and with me, got two extraordinary hosts with me. Say what's up to the people, Centel, the OG from the Geekish Network.
Oh, Miss Sophie home, Miss Sophie home now. Hey, what's going down, everybody?
We can't call him a new G because he's not a new G. The other OG, Randy. Say what's up, Randy. You're OG.
Yo, what's going on, GeekBeast? About to get it popping tonight. Happy hour. Chuck, what are we talking about?
Man, we had another soldier fall today, you guys.
I heard.
Tony Todd.
Yeah.
Dropped dead. So Candyman is not here anymore.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the headline speaker at the BlurCon this year.
Was he?
Yeah, the Thriller BlurCon. He was the head speaker.
Outside of James Earl Jones,
Uh-huh.
can you think of anybody that's got a more recognizable deep voice like his? Like
That is a good question. No.
Yeah, like he's some, maybe I don't know, maybe Barry White, non-musician,
Barry White,
non-musician. Like his
but
voice,
as an actor, maybe not. Maybe Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
his
but
voice isn't deep, it's distinct.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's distinct.
Yes.
It's a narrator's voice. Yeah.
Yes.
But deep,
and it's terrifying. Like there's nothing, like he's probably one of the worst persons you would ever want to read like a bedtime story to your kid.
Yes.
Like, and I mean that as a compliment for him.
Right.
Like,
No, I got you.
It's terrifying, man. Like, you know, such a
Vincent Price.
But his voice isn't deep neither, really. It's storytelling. It's narratorish too.
It is scary though. I'll give you Randy. I'll give you that. He does. Vincent Price does have a scary voice, but that deep scary, I don't know if anybody can really rock with him. Outside of James Earl Jones.
He may have the deepest. Well, he passed away at 69 in Marina Del Rey,
Man, that's young.
California.
Oh, that's young.
BlurCon was going to commemorating because it's called this year's BlurCon is called Thriller, and it was in honor of him because they say he never got his flowers, and he played such a great role as Candyman.
Yeah.
It actually deterred him from getting other roles.
I believe it.
People said whenever he came in, whenever he actually played a part, everybody thought about him as Candyman.
How could you not though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate that he got typecast like that because he's a working actor. He's talented.
But don't cry from too much because he got a lot of voice work.
Okay.
Like you might not have seen his face on the screen.
Okay.
But he got tons of voice work. Like
That's
I want to
good.
say he was like the main voice for like Spawn. That was like one of his bigger ones, if I remember right. And it is a bunch of other ones too. No, excuse me, not Spawn. Venom. I got it mixed up.
And he was in other roles. He was in Final Destination. He was in The Crow. He was in The Rock.
Yeah.
He was on Star Trek: The Next Generation. Platoon.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Platoon was like the one that was his breakout role, right? It was Platoon.
Yep.
I thought it was.
Well, it would have had to been because that was kind of early. That's way before Candyman.
He played Tondo in alien makeup to play Kern, a commander of the Klingon Defense Force.
That's right.
Brother Tawar.
I remember that now. Now that you said that, yeah.
Okay. Huh.
He's perfect for a Klingon.
Yeah,
perfect for a Klingon.
And so instead of doing a moment of silence, we're gonna take a drink for him. What are y'all drinking on tonight?
I'm doing Bacardi orange juice and Bacardi and orange juice.
What are you drinking on, Rick?
I wish I said I had something dope, but I'm snowed in. Denver, we're snowed in, so I just got some of the good old H2Os, but I still can drink in spirit with them.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Chuck?
Robeck's a smoothie.
Hey.
Let me tell you what smoothie it is. I got it right
libation
here.
Is libation.
Yeah. You know it's called the caramel apple smoothie.
Nice. I've never had
that. Me neither. I saw it on the thing on Uber Eats. I was like, I'm gonna get a smoothie tonight.
Can I do the toast real quick to him?
Yes.
To the man who personified keep my name out your mouth, Candyman.
That is a great one. Cheers. Cheers to that. Cheers. Yeah. That is actually brilliant. He did keep my name.
Literally, literally. Because he will show up. He will pull up.
Pull up, yeah, show up.
And you don't want him to pull up.
You don't want him to pull up.
You don't want him to pull up. He's the guy you don't pull up. Keep my name out your MF mouth.
I did hear one quick story about him that I heard. And I remember this because I was working on set and I heard it because we were working with animals, and there's somebody had brought up this thing. It was called the Tony Claus or whatever it was. It's something that was kind of like named after him. And when he did Candyman, he knew that he was going to be dealing with bees, and apparently they found a special kind of bee that doesn't sting as much, because if you're looking at the movie, it's practical effects. Those aren't CG bees; those are real bees.
Yeah.
So he got like they paid him peanuts. Him and his agent, like, they found out that what he was going to get paid wasn't that much, but they wrote into his contract that for every time he got stung by a bee, it was like he got like an extra like $6,000 or something like that. Yeah. So apparently he got stung like hundreds and hundreds of times. So his bee sting clause ended up being more than his actual real contract was. And then everybody kind of like picked up. And so now when they're dealing with animals or anything, there's like a clause if you sneeze because you're allergic to cats, or you get stung by a bee, or whatever the thing is with dealing with animals, that clause is kind of like named after him, like the Tony Todd clause.
Good stuff, Tony. Thank you for making that happen. You made it happen, Tony Todd. I'm about sticking it to the man any way possible.
Get your paper, brother.
Get your paper. You made it. You made a way. See, people need to thank black people for doing stuff like this. They need to thank black people for doing stuff like this.
They go, Trey, you go learn. You go learn. I'm not talking about you, Trey. That's a Boys in the Hood reference. Trey, you go learn.
You go learn.
Yep. Man. Thank you, Tony Todd, for that. Tony Todd clause changed Hollywood forever, right there. But yeah, I think we gave a toast to the man. Yeah. Among Todd's film projects, he also did some television projects: The X-Files, Homicide, Life on the Streets, Law and Order, Smallville, Psych, 24, The Flash.
Oh, he was the voice of Zoom. In The Flash, right?
That's right, he was.
He was the voice of Zoom. I forgot about that. That's right. And that was a dope voice too, man. Zoom put
perfect for it. Yeah,
he was Venom in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Venom. Yep.
Spider-Man 2. So yep. Yeah. And he starred in the 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead. Huh. And had a reoccurring role in Final Destination, which is perfect for him.
Yeah, man, he has some good residuals coming in. Some good residual checks coming in.
I'm proud of Tony Todd. I wish we would have got to see him at Blurred Con. It's going to be unfortunate we're not going to be able to see him. Yeah. But he knew his flowers were coming to him.
Yeah.
Some other good news, guys.
What's up?
This is going to make Randy really excited. Star Wars Rebels co-creator Simon Kinberg has been contracted to write and develop a new Star Wars movie trilogy for Lucasfilms. You see? Yeah. Yeah. Very little information was given about the new trilogy's intentions or direction, but the THR's sources say it features brand new characters in a new story rather than the continuation of the Skywalker saga, which has dominated the film side of Star Wars franchise.
That's awesome.
They're bringing back the Skywalker saga, though. I mean,
it's the Palpatine saga, baby. It's a Palpatine saga. Because you change your name, don't make you a Skywalker.
Nope. She out here. She's a Skywalker. She call herself a Skywalker. I'm gonna call her Skywalker.
And what her mama called her.
Oh, yo. So what's the new joint that's coming out with the kids still in the starship? What's that joint called?
Star Wars.
Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew.
Star Wars Goonies. That's what they call it. Star Wars Goonies.
How are y'all feeling? Because I don't think I got y'all's opinion.
Me and Chuck were talking about this the other day. I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic just because I love the Goonies, but some parts of the trailer really kind of, I don't know, give me like the back of my neck kind of warning signs. I don't know, but I'm cautiously optimistic, but we'll see. But
I'm very optimistic.
It's Goonies. It's Goonies. If it captures that same sort of, feel, that same energy, energy, that's cool with me.
Yeah.
I was gonna comment on this one though. It's cool that he's on board, but like he's also responsible for the 2 X-Men Dark Phoenix movies.
Oh yeah, he is responsible for those.
So not just the first part of the trilogy, but the second part of the trilogy. He was also in charge of that. So, but supposedly he's part of Rebels. So
Rebels is amazing.
It was good. So we'll see.
Yeah, Rebels.
He's also doing the Star Trek movies at the same time, so it's gonna be great.
Yeah, but
maybe he had the Vulcan neck pinch in Star Wars.
Yeah,
he mixed them up.
I was gonna say the last time we had that blending of both of those worlds, the J.J. Abrams effect, and then I feel like you have to be loyal to one in order.
Yep.
In order for both to be,
right,
both can't be good if you're doing both. I feel like I don't know.
I agree with you.
You follow what I'm saying? Like I need you to.
I agree with you.
I need you to be committed to one. Yeah,
right,
I need you to
be committed to one. Yeah.
Or what you could do is bring a Vulcan and put it in Star Wars, and you put a lightsaber in exchange for a lightsaber in Star Trek, and we will all be happy.
There'd be shootings in the streets.
It'd be the best crossover ever. Science fiction and science fantasy marriage.
On a long enough timeline, that will happen.
We call it Trek Wars.
Yeah.
We take Star out of it since they both have Star in it. Call it Trek Wars.
I honestly think it's a seamless transition to combine them. Like you could get Vulcans, you can get Vulcans in Star Wars. It wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Go to the planet, man. Sabine is already in another universe.
The Force is the problem. The Force is the problem. How do you incorporate the Force?
Easily.
Just call it like tachyon fields or
that's easy. That's easy.
Dilithium crystals are actually kyber crystals.
Dilithium Force. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. It's going to happen.
Hey, Sabine didn't have the Force, and they just gave it to her. So you just give people the Force, Randy. We didn't even see her work for the Force. They just told us.
And we see how that turned out.
It turned out well. Ezra got pushed into a ship, and she was able to kill off some witches and kill off some droids at the same time. She was a better Force user than Ezra.
He took a deep.
Let's go back. We're gonna boy. Let's go back. Let's talk about the original story here.
See, he's hurt right now. See that? See this intel? See, I heard him. He was hurt there. He was like, "Damn, that's so real. Damn."
But I don't know if he can deliver on a trilogy the way he did Rebels. That would be cool. The only problem is that damn Dark Phoenix. That damn Dark Phoenix was terrible. It was terrible. I mean,
I think y'all just a bunch of haters.
It might have been the worst comic book movie ever.
Hater number one right here.
Yeah, it was.
Which comic book you talking about?
Y'all just didn't get it. He just
The
went
Dark
for y'all.
Phoenix
Yeah,
saga.
you
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
said anything that's been
Yeah,
incorrect.
yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
get it.
It was
It was
like,
bad.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Did
That was
anybody
bad.
read a comic book when they was
Yeah,
putting
that
this
was
together?
bad.
Did somebody
both,
say, well,
both
you
iterations of
wait a minute?
both iterations were bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all just,
And
y'all,
it's
just
like-
y'all didn't see the
it
artistry.
is
Y'all
like-
didn't see the artourism in it.
That
Yeah,
is
you're
like
right.
the
Once
most.
again, you're right. I ain't seen that either.
Y'all didn't see the artourism in
It
it.
might have
And
been
it's like one of the most iconic comic book story arcs ever.
exactly.
Yeah.
You
Even
know?
the cartoon was nailed it. The cartoon, the X-Men cartoon nailed
And
it.
the movie nailed it too, the way it wanted to. It was like watching a Transformer movie by Michael Bay.
Boy.
I don't know what else. You got some Everclear in that drink. You
Oh
know,
man,
I don't know what the hell's in there.
man,
Some
man. I would
moonshine
have
in
kept that
smoothie.
straight face if Rodney,
Don't you
if I
ever
didn't hear
order
Rodney off
that
camera
again.
go, boy, Rodney went, boy, Rodney's back there cussing at me right now. He's cussing, and I can see his face on me right now.
Flipping
Like,
tables.
what,
This
this
mother
motherfucker
sucks.
right here is talking crazy.
You're making me pour a drink of wine, right?
Right. Yeah, like, don't you ever drink that ever again.
I am drinking some wine. If you guys, I forgot to chime in earlier.
You drinking wine?
I am opening a bottle of wine that I bought for a certain day last week.
No.
A certain day this week, you mean?
Yeah, this week. And I thought one way or the other I was going to drink it, but I
Yes.
didn't. But now I'm going to.
Because Dark Phoenix was such a great
Because
trilogy.
Dark Phoenix because we're talking about Dark Phoenix and Star Wars, and hopefully. But the thing is, he did write. What is it? He was part of like Logan.
Okay.
Was he?
Yeah,
Was it like a producer or something?
I think he co-wrote it. Yeah. So he says TV including TV series Legion, movie Logan.
Hold on, y'all.
Yeah.
Even a broken
Mark
clock
said
is
some
worth
real
twice a day.
shit.
Producer. He was a producer on Logan.
Mark said some real stuff here. He said, I think there was a fight on the train. In Lifetime, Aaliyah had a mohawk. There you go. Aaliyah was there. Aaliyah was in the movie. Y'all keep hating it. Like I said, y'all didn't understand. Y'all didn't see the vision of the auteur.
Right,
I
you
didn't.
said that like that was an insult. No, I didn't see it. You're right.
Not at all.
Yeah, it was trash.
Terrible. It might be the worst ever. I mean, honestly, it might be the worst ever.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was going for. You didn't see the aim.
Timu Aaliyah.
Team Aaliyah.
They ruined X-Men so bad. They ruined Apocalypse.
They did ruin Apocalypse.
They ruined a movie with Apocalypse.
I feel
How
like
do you
gotta
do that?
really try to do that. Like
You
gotta
got
put
to
in effort.
really try.
Yeah.
I mean, work really hard.
Yeah, Apocalypse is one of the best characters you could
The
ever play
best.
with.
And it was
He's
just
one
like,
of the best
nah.
characters you could ever play with. He's fully fleshed out. He's super powerful, and they ruined it. But no, they had them all standing on the mountain staring like
pondering.
this. You know how hard it is to get people pondering on a mountain? That many superheroes pondering on the mountain? You know how hard that is?
Ugh.
Look at Randy almost spit up.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's hard to get people pondering on the mountain.
It was
Y'all
bad,
just a bunch
bad.
of haters. I ain't never seen
fine with
superheroes
that.
ponder
I'm
that
old
hard.
enough in my life now. I can be a hater.
I'm definitely a hater. I'm
Have
absolutely.
y'all
I'm
seen?
co-signing
Have y'all
that.
ever seen superheroes ponder that hard?
No.
Or stand in the superhero pose? They pose so hard. Them poses are
Remember-
hard.
I don't even remember that. I just remember how bad.
I
that
do.
was.
I do. Now
Ooh.
look at Glory over there. That's Glory.
Ugh,
The
I
other
was
thing
like,
too, I'm not too, like I said, cautiously optimistic about this news about the new trilogy. But I'm like, do we really need to have more about the Skywalkers?
Well, they
No, we
said
don't-
not about the Skywalkers,
It's
right?
not about
No,
the Skywalker.
I thought I could have sworn they said it was going to be more about the Skywalker, continuing the Skywalker saga.
No, it's not the Skywalker family. They
Okay,
leaned
okay.
off of that.
So whatever
Yeah,
I
we
read
don't need more
earlier was,
Skywalker.
We don't need no more poor white trash stories.
Yeah, we've
We're
got
living
enough-
it right now.
Yeah,
We're
right.
living it right now.
Make the galaxy great again. We don't need
Make the
that.
galaxy great.
Make the
Okay,
galaxy
okay,
great.
okay. Yeah,
we don't need
yeah,
to make the
for sure.
galaxy great again.
Okay, so
We-
I read it earlier. Okay. I must have read it.
MGGA.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we
my
good.
Gosh.
We good.
Oh my! I had to jump back to his screenplay discography, if you will, his IMDb. He did Triple X State of the Union, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the original one,
The original. Okay.
Yeah,
That wasn't too
Jumper.
bad.
You remember Jumper? Jumper wasn't
Yep.
that bad.
Jumper wasn't that bad neither.
Anakin was in Jumper, right?
Was that?
Christian Haydenson was.
Yeah.
He started in Jumper.
Jumper is really good, actually.
Yeah, Jumper
was
was one
really
of those
good.
like low key kind of cool movies. Yeah.
It didn't get what it quite deserved.
Because it came out the same time as Looper did, and Looper was amazing.
That's
Jumper
what it was.
was
No, that
really
is what
good.
it was. That is what it was. It was the timing.
Yeah, and then they
So maybe
didn't
I'm
really...
thinking Looper. Hold on.
No. Jumper, you're right. Hayden Christensen was in
cool.
Jumper.
Okay.
There was some kind of like alien artifact or some kind of meteor that crashed and gave them powers. In which they can like, jump
across
time
Yeah.
and space.
Space.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But it came
Yeah,
out
it's
roughly the same time as Looper.
Yeah, it
and
did.
the-
Okay.
and
Yeah,
the
that's maybe I'm-
I remember
Disney's biggest flop.
That was a Disney film. Jumper.
No,
was?
Disney's biggest flop. Tom Carter, whatever it was called.
No.
Oh yeah. Well,
John Carter. John
John
Carter.
Carter. John
Well,
Carter.
well,
Carter,
John Carter
yeah.
from Mars.
Mars, yeah.
But what is the internet sleuths or people that actually read the book discovered that he was a Confederate soldier, and then once that got out, it was DOA. But they had already finished shooting it by then.
That poor actor had 2 flops, but he did Battleship and he did John Carpenter from
I
Mars.
don't know what y'all talking about.
Same year.
Battleship was a masterpiece.
Only because
Rihanna?
Rihanna was
Rihanna's bad
Rihanna?
acting. Rihanna's bad acting. No,
I just feel
get
bad
off
for
the
the dude.
ship.
Can
Get
you
off the
imagine
ship.
you've been working your whole life and something you get the call like, yeah, you're gonna be at 2 blockbusters, and it's John Carter from Mars and Battleship the same year. He ain't worked since.
And he hasn't. I haven't seen him since.
No, he hasn't. I'm surprised he's still alive.
He was on True Detective.
Okay,
Season 2.
Which one?
Season 2, the bad one.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
damn.
The bad one. He
Yeah,
was on True
there you
Detective.
go.
This
But
dude
he's great. He's great in
born on
Friday
top
Night
of
Lights.
an Indian burial ground or something like.
He was
he's-
great in
he's just
Friday Night
cursed.
Lights. So
Okay.
Hey,
yeah,
well,
that's
that was before.
that's how he became really famous.
Right, Friday Night
Because
Lights
Friday
was
Night
before,
Lights.
yeah.
And everybody's like, "Oh, this guy's a superstar. Let's put
Right.
him in
Hey.
all this stuff." And like,
And then
Hey.
they put him in Battleship and
Yeah.
John Carter.
He was opposite great lines like this. What's wrong with you, drama
Oh
queen?
my God!
Get up,
Hold on.
princess. Come on.
Listen.
Typical.
Let me tell you what
Oh,
other
this
role
gonna be sweet. He hates the man. It's because of Rihanna. Those are Rihanna lines.
let me tell you what other role he played. He played Remy LeBeau. He was Gambit in X-Men Wolverine.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
and that's only funny because if you've seen
I
Deadpool
totally
and Wolverine,
forgot that.
Yeah.
if you've seen Deadpool and Wolverine,
Yeah.
the disrespect that poor Gambit gets.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
this
went from
dude
Channing
was
Tatum to
bad,
say-
born under a bad sign, man.
Man, I don't know
Man,
what he did in a
man,
former life.
man.
But
If
it's
you
just
see
caught up
him
to
in a
him.
movie and you get casted for that movie, you run.
Just
you
run.
quit. Just
Yeah,
quit.
right.
You're like,
He
bro, I gotta
had to have
tell you.
done something bad.
hey,
in his
hey,
Well,
life.
it's not
Another
even.
hit
It's not
line.
even that. It's probably like just bad agents, bad choices,
Jeez.
right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, but-
just yeah,
I
like
just found it hard to believe that somebody could go through that much bad luck. It's like, damn, you should have did something
Hey
wrong.
guys, I'm gonna give you another Rihanna line from Battleship because this is a hit movie.
Listen.
Hold on, let me do
If
this,
she's
let me do this.
singing the lines, it might not be that bad though.
Let me do this. Let me do this for y'all. Let me do this. Yo, Sanders, have you ever been in a department run by some kind of Donald Trump, Mike Tyson mutant combo?
Lord. Hey, Rihanna ain't acted in nothing. She started Fenty, became a billionaire. She was like,
That's
ah,
what somebody tapped the shoulder and was like, "Let me tell you about this thing called Fenty.
Right.
This ain't it for you."
right.
Just
It's
listen
hey,
to me.
hey, sis, come here.
Hey
Look for your
y'all.
coattails.
Hey y'all. All I'm saying is she's gonna be a Nostradamus figure if Donald Trump puts Mike Tyson in the head of a department.
You know it is.
Oh, I
Mike gonna
want
be
that.
like head of the Secretary of Defense.
Yeah, exactly.
That's already given to
Talking
Herschel
North-
Walker.
Oh,
We're
that's
not
North
going to
Korea.
talk about Herschel Walker. Put some respect on his name. He's head of missile defense. 5-star general is going to report to Herschel Walker. It's already been stated and given. It's a go.
Stop it. Stop it.
I'm just saying. Donald Trump said that. I didn't say that.
Secretary
man.
Walker.
Herschel Walker, baby. From running back to missile defense.
Oh man, I can't. I can't. I don't
He
have
used to
nothing.
say, I was with one point, I was the NFL's greatest running back. Now I'm the United States' greatest defensive man.
It's a defensive man.
That was really bad. That was awful.
Oh my
Chuck.
goodness.
But that's Herschel Walker. That's how he talked.
Yeah, he did.
Y'all
It
not
was
heard
pretty
Herschel
bad.
talk?
I've
He would
heard
say
it. It's
defensive
really
man.
bad.
Yeah, it was really bad. You know.
What are y'all talking about? I should be an actor. I deserve an Oscar right now. I'm putting on an Emmy performance right
Oh,
now.
Lord.
Tonight, I'm putting on an Emmy performance. Y'all are
Slow
just so
down.
judgmental.
I am.
Y'all are so judgmental.
I'm pointing at you.
Y'all don't see the lines of the auteur. Y'all don't see.
No,
y'all
I
don't see these
don't.
capture.
No,
Boom.
man.
You know.
I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No,
I
I
went
just
from the
don't.
NFL's greatest running back
That is
to the
funny. Though.
U.S.'s
America's
best defense man. He's
Yeah,
gonna say
that's
that.
funny.
That's
That's
exactly what he
funny.
would say.
And you keep saying it out loud. That's the thing. Like you.
The nerdy entrepreneur say he's doing a lot. That's right. I'm carrying the show on my back right now. I'm carrying,
I wouldn't call it that.
I'm carrying on this back. I'm running into the end zone, baby.
I can't with you, bro. I can't.
So?
All I can do is pray for you. That's it. I can pray for you.
I used to care about end zones. Now I care about missile zones.
Oh Lord.
It's getting worse.
Lord Jesus.
Maybe if we don't make eye contact with him, he'll just go away.
Chantel,
talking about Chuck.
get your Morehouse brother. Get your classmate. Get your classmate,
I'm talking about
Chantel.
Chuck. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about Chuck. Just
Oh shit!
You know,
don't even make eye contact.
Ronnie, get your business partner.
What? Roddy done spit up half his wine right now. He done knocked over the bottle, threw it into the fire and
my
everything.
Goodness. Oh my
Couldn't
goodness.
have whiskey in
Oh
it.
Lord.
Damn it.
Let me go. Okay. Let me get back on track. Let me get back on track.
What's up?
Warning, never drink that type of smoothie ever again.
This smoothie was delicious, guys.
I bet it was.
You
I
got
bet
too
it
many
was.
poppy seeds in that or something.
Oh, man, I'm gonna give me one tomorrow too.
Okay.
So Amazon decided to make another video game TV show. They're like, hey, we're gonna make Mass Effects into the next video game adaptation.
That's a good property, though. Actually,
It is.
That's a really good property.
Now the problem is going to be if they get Michael Bay to direct it, then he's going to change everything about Mass Effect.
Well, who's the producer? That's the thing.
Okay, let me dig into this article.
Who's producing it? Go ahead.
After the success of Fallout and the recently released Like a Dragon Yakuza show, Mass Effect is the next game Amazon wants to adapt. A show based on BioWare's military space opera RPG is officially in production at Amazon MGM Studios. Variety has reportedly the F9, the Fast Saga writer Daniel Casey has signed on to write the show with BioWare producer Mike Gamble serving as executive producer along with Ari Arid.
So the executive producer that's from BioWare, was he one of the writers? That's the thing. If he's one of the writers, then there might be some hope. We need to sleuth that. But if he's not, if they don't have any of the original writers of Mass Effect,
no, I don't think
because if I remember right, the one that we just got done liking, oh my gosh, the show that just came out that did well,
Ari Arid is the one who brought the Marvel productions.
Yeah, Fallout. Excuse me. If I remember right, Fallout was the one that had the actual writers. They
had the writers attached.
They had the real writers attached, right?
They had the real writers attached to it.
Fallout was good. Yeah,
Fallout was amazing. Like I really, for a video game adaptation, when you hear that word, you kind of be like, And then you saw Fallout.
I'm tripping because I didn't know Ari Arid. He actually left Marvel to do this. He had to leave Marvel to do this.
I mean, it's a dope property. Mass Effect is dope. Like,
yep.
I can see if done well, I could see it being awesome.
So Ari Arid is the son of Avi Arid, and they both work together on several Marvel products. So Avi is the guy that left is at Marvel. Ari is not. Ari's the young son.
Let's see. How y'all?
So Ari worked on Ghost in the Shell,
Which
Uncharted.
one? Not the movie.
Uncharted, Ghost in the Shell. I'm not sure if the movie or not. It's just a Ghost. Uncharted
The
and
movie?
Borderlands.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. Like both of those
He-
movies were
yeah,
terrible.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, guys, this is not gonna be good.
See,
This is not gonna be good.
and that's so disappointing.
Only thing that's gonna save it right now is the writer from Fast 9 being on it
Oh
because it's
god.
the greatest movie franchise of all time.
He does this just to troll me.
He does. He does. Daniel, what's his name? Daniel Casey. Yeah. There he
Daniel
goes.
Casey, baby. Daniel Casey.
They're gonna ruin this. They're gonna
Uh,
ruin Mass Effect.
uh,
God.
And that's
yeah,
sad
Nerdy
because
Entrepreneur, we talked about Tony Todd passing away at the top of the hour. We took a
Yeah.
toast to him. We didn't
Yep.
have a moment of silence. We took a toast. We're gonna celebrate these people and not be saddened for them because they gave us good stuff.
Yes, they did.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. But yeah, man. Yeah. So this may be great because Daniel Casey may save it.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
a lot different
it's sad because we are living in a great era of video game adaptations.
Yeah.
And just a few years ago, right, it was almost like, oh, it's a video game. It's going to be adapted into any property. It was like, but now, like, we've had banger after banger. Speaking of which, like, Arcane just dropped what? Friday.
3 episodes.
Yeah,
3 episodes.
I watched. I got a chance to watch a little bit of an early release in it, and it is just as beautiful, just as
See?
amazing. There's been no fall off so far. For the few couple episodes I've seen.
The best thing about Arcane is Fortiche did not get bought by Netflix nor Riot. The best thing that happened.
Why you say that?
Because Fortiche can go out and make some other animation. If they were owned by Riot, if they were owned by Netflix, they've been shut down. This have been their swan song.
Well,
But
this is
they're
the
done.
last season anyway.
Yeah,
ain't
and
it?
you saw you saw what that budget was. It was like $250 million. It's
Yeah.
like the highest budget
Hey.
animated series of all time.
Yeah. But what this will happen is it'd be like this great animation studio that's really pricey is out there, but you got Illumination, you got on Amazon, you got a lot of other companies that can actually Apple that can actually pay for original properties from it. So it still exists. Because if Netflix would have bought it, they would have shut it down. And if Riot would have bought it, they would have shut it down.
Mm.
And when they did season 1, they were in talks of being bought by one of those companies. And thank God it didn't happen.
I'm just excited to see it, man.
Me too.
I
Me
can't.
too.
Arcane?
Yeah, Arcane.
Yeah.
Arcane.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for it since the end of season 1. I was like, damn, this was amazing.
I think
I
y'all
wish
gonna be
they
happy.
had the other stories. And when the other stories are completed, I wish they could have completed them. That's unfortunate.
I'm glad that they're only doing 2. It's no need to drag it out. Just give me two good ones. I think it's like 12 episodes. No, it's
12
like 9.
episodes.
It's 12.
Yeah, I
It's
think
9. It's 12. Okay.
It's like
Because they're
6 or
dropping
12.
3 at a time. I think it's how they
3
do
at
it.
a time, 4
4 weeks.
times.
So I think there's this weird thing where you just have to have this story and just let it just drone on and on and on and on.
It's an anthology series, so it's not a
Just be
straight one
done.
story.
Yeah, be
So they're
be
gonna be done with Jinx's story with Echo and stuff in it, but they're gonna do other characters. They got so many. I forgot how many characters League of Legends has, but they have a bunch of character stories, grouping them all together.
I'd be happy if they just did it and then just walked away and then did something else.
Closure is not a bad thing,
That's
right?
what I'm
Sometimes
saying. That's what
let
I'm
the
saying.
story end and just
Yeah.
move on. That's it.
It's
Let's not
okay.
revisit it. No remakes. It's over.
Yeah,
It is.
just be done.
That's it.
It's not like Star Wars. Everything feeds in Star. They've been completely separate stories.
Another
There's
game, another one
100
that was.
There's
Go ahead.
168 champions or
Yeah,
heroes
that's too
in League
much.
of Legends.
It's too much.
But
Just do
I
this
was
and get
telling
done
you the
with it.
last time, like
have like
there's
5 in
rumors
Arcane.
of there's not rumors. They for sure are working on a Riot League of Legends MMO,
Yeah.
and it's been in works forever. And like I watched this lore video, the guy that was saying like all the lore that they could possibly do. And there's so much. There's so many different lands, so many different kingdoms, so many different things, and so many different factions that like they can easily just tap into all this different stuff. It's crazy.
But let
It's
me ask
crazy.
you: Do you want quality or do you want volume?
Well, I think what Chuck is saying, like it's an anthology, like yeah, because obviously, like if you've watched, and this is no spoil. I mean, I'm sure everybody here has watched season 1. If you watch season 1, it's like it gets dark really fast. So they can't go much further with the Jinx and the V story because it just can't go. You can tell it can't go. It can't drag on. It's just like
This
it's
story's
dark.
about the birth of Jinx.
Yeah,
So this
and
story been done with.
So like
been done with.
I'm also like what Chuck was saying. I agree. I think it's pick up on a different characters from that world, from a different area, and then tell it anthology style.
Yep.
It's like 2 or 3 seasons. Boom.
For another 5 characters and drop that off and do something
But here's
else.
the thing:
Cover the fairies.
Is dropping $250 million. $250 million per project. That's a big gamble.
So that's probably why it's only 2 seasons.
Yeah,
I mean, because we all agree it's beautiful. Like
It's
beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's like paintings. Like I've had those.
We know where every dollar went to in that.
Yeah, well, I'm saying if you spent $200 million for all the other one, don't spend 1 cent less, because that's what we need to make this look how it's gonna look.
And I don't use
and
I don't use this term. I don't throw this term out lightly. It's like I consider season 1 to be a masterpiece.
It
Oh,
is.
it's one of the greatest animated series of all time for me. It's in my top 3, top 5. Yeah.
Right? Every single layer, every single level, every single part of that is just a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and so they threw away the money and it was worth it. I think
you can cut the volume off and watch it. Just be like, this is amazing.
It's beautiful.
Yes, you can.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, you just let it just run.
But Arcane, but also League of Legends has some really dope characters. They don't have to call it Arcane; they'll call it something else. It wouldn't be like Arcane now such and such story. It'd be a whole different story name.
Also, just want to do shout out too is the GeekBeast Network alum Earl Balon is in season 2 of Arcane.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that on his socials. I was like, man,
so I'm not sure what character it is, but he's in it. He's having a good month, man.
Earl been having some bangers. He was in Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider. Yeah, and Arcane. That's
Man,
big.
good for him.
Yeah, he's in the. I don't know if I told you this, but he's in the latest expansion of World of Warcraft. Too.
Yeah, he's in World of Warcraft.
I was doing a quest, and then all of a sudden his voice popped up, and I was like, "This is Earl." I'm like, "What the hell?" It's Earl. I was like, I had no idea, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And then every time you go turn in like certain quests, like these NPCs, it's Earl's voice, and I'm like, "What the hell?" It's crazy, man. But good for him, man. Congrats to him, man.
Yeah, he deserves that though.
I didn't know they had 126 champions in this game. That is a lot of champions.
168.
168.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I mean, and that's why, like, and shout out to another GOAT. Well, Faker just won the Worlds, his fifth Worlds. So League of Legends. And that's why they had
I didn't know they had
bands.
solo play. I didn't know they had solo
no,
play.
it's 5. It's 5.
5, yeah.
But his team and him as a person, he won his fifth trophy.
That's so crazy.
And that's why they have bands. They ban characters. They have selection whenever you select the team. The teams will ban certain characters because it's like there's 168. They have so many, and then some will be OP, and it's like a whole thing. Like they sit there and they ban it. And then
I'm thinking like they could have a whole like Nordic theme character.
I'll link it in chat. Let me find
Africa
it.
Characters.
Let me find it.
But a whole story, bunch of stories.
It's great. The lore video. I'll link it in chat. But it's.
I think they could have made
crazy
it
good.
like
it's crazy
Iwaju. Or it all could look like different animation studios, animation styles for each story.
But like you said, I mean, like Centel said, maybe it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, we understand it's a masterpiece. Yeah, we understand it's amazing, but they just can't stomach the cost.
No, they can't.
And if you're going to drop it by 1 cent, don't even do it. Don't compromise the quality at all.
And I don't understand how you get the return on your investment on a platform like Netflix with that type of budget.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to send that to the big screen. Right. Yeah. That's expensive for a movie. That's expensive for a box office. $200 million. Yeah.
You don't get it back.
Right.
That's nuts.
Right.
But then also, you know, I know we're kind of like in the vein of video game movies, like I mean, video game series that are doing it good. I kind of want to throw my hat in for Cyberpunk. Another one that I don't think a lot of people saw coming that I thought was like pretty decent. You know,
I thought the first season was good. Well, I think
yeah,
that's the only season, but yeah, I thought it was
yeah,
really good.
yeah.
And Defunct in the chat said, "LOL, it's a derivative of Dota." I thought Dota the
Yeah.
first 3 seasons were really good too, man. So yeah,
Yep.
we're living in a good age of video game
Yep.
adaptations.
Well,
It is a derivative of Dota,
the
League of Legends.
the super big one just got greenlit, right? The live action Link, right? Like it's what they're talking about, like a couple years. Live
Yeah.
action Zelda.
Live
Yeah.
action Zelda.
And let's be real, for the movies, Mario was good, man.
I
dug Mario.
Yeah, Mario was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, there's a speaking of defunct, the League of Legends. There's an actually How I Made It podcast episode that I highly
Yeah.
recommend, where they talk to the co-founders of Riot and how they made League of Legends. It's super fascinating. But yeah, they basically just said, you know,
yeah.
they just basically said like, yeah, we're gonna take Dota and make our own version of it, and then that's exactly what they did. Yeah. So,
Dota.
but like but even then, like Dota's still like super huge. You know, they have huge
Yeah.
esports, you know, where it's like the prize pool's like in the millions of dollars. So they're huge as well.
Yeah, so
But speaking of,
I do love Arcane because they created this character Jinx who's like really a mad girl in the game, and you don't really know her origin story, and then you find out she comes from Powder. She's Powder, and you
hey,
figure out how she became a champion.
said, I know what I'll be doing, you know, this weekend. At least for an hour. What is it? Are they 30-minute episodes?
No, they're like
Yep.
45
40?
minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty long,
Well,
yeah.
for about 2.5 hours or so, I know what I'll be doing this weekend.
I think it drops
So-
at midnight on the West Coast. So,
Fortiche has their next project in line already. They said meet Penelope of Sparta. This time she'll be the one we'll be eagerly waiting for. This will be our studio's first original production. And they have an image of Penelope of Sparta. I'm gonna send it to Rodney. Put it in the chat, Rodney. Hold on. It
I might
looks
have to
dope.
check that out.
That's
The
it.
lore.
That's the Penelope of Sparta. So they have their first original.
Right.
So if they were bought by Netflix or Riot, they wouldn't even have Penelope of Sparta. They would disband it. So if a studio buys you, one of these companies buy you, they're not gonna make sure nobody else can use you. So what
Yep.
they do is they destroy the whole entire company.
damn.
That's how it works.
I mean, I get it because it works across multiple. It's like in the music industries, record labels sign artists they never intend to release. They just don't
Yeah.
want nobody else to sign.
Nobody else to sign them.
Drop. Yeah, so I was like, yeah,
So
we'll put you on the shelf.
Fortiche is coming out with this after Arcane.
Mm.
So I wish them the best in this. I hope this is very successful for them. They're a big studio too. They have a lot of animators and they work full time.
in
They're not just
France too, right?
contractors.
They're in France.
In France. Yep. So then they have 3 months vacation they have to pay for, and health insurance. All that has to be covered, and they have to make sure that all the services are there because France is a real country. France treats its people like real people.
Get out of here with that communist talk, man.
I know it, right? Right. How dare
How
a country
dare
take care of its people? Take care of their people.
Dare that.
How dare they do that?
Jeez.
How dare they make sure their people can eat and sleep in a nice warm place in the dead of winter?
But on a semi-serious note, this is how you get art.
That's how you get art. Like I'm gonna show.
This is how you get art. Look how much art that they're making.
Look how
This is
beautiful
beautiful
that shit
art
is.
is, right? This is, anyways. Yeah, but yeah.
Is that the motivation? Starve us all out, make us all starving artists? Is that
No, what I mean is you have all those things you don't have
they
to
can
worry
focus.
about, and they
They
can
can
focus
focus
on
on-
making beautiful
No,
art.
that's
Yeah.
real. Yeah,
That's what I mean.
Like
That's
here
what
it
I
is.
meant.
Here's the team. Here's their team. You know, right now I just sent the link to it. I said put it in there. They're in Paris too. You know how crazy Paris in Spain. Scroll down, Rodney. Scroll down. Look at that team. They're huge. That's all animators, you guys. Whole team of animators. They got 3 leads, and everybody else is animator, producer, animation, rigger. That's why Arcane looks the way it looks.
Hey, I don't know what they're doing. I just think it's dope how they did it, and so kudos to them.
More of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only way they can do that is because, the French government saying, hey, y'all are a good company. We need to keep y'all alive. Matter of fact, we need you to employ as many good people as possible.
Hey,
How dare they want to employ people? We in America, we employ people, cut them off at the end of the project, so our numbers look better at the end of the year. Then rehire them all back for less money.
the good is for the first quarter. You get rid of them in the fourth quarter, so the first quarter numbers come in good.
Yep. So I can get my bonus.
Yep. It's a cold world, man. It's a cold world.
Savagery.
So yeah, we'll probably see them with this next project, Penelope and Sparta, and we need to support it too
With that.
because they're doing original. That means no studio. Nobody's like, we're not messing with them. They're expensive. They're really expensive. They're like, you know what? We don't want to mess with nobody anyway. We're gonna be independent.
So I've never played, but kind of backing up a little bit, I've never really played Mass Effect, but I do hear that it's really good and it's got a really good story.
Yes.
So you get to the fourth one, or
We're
the
talking
third
about the
one.
fourth one. No, the first 3 are good. No,
No, the
it's only
third one, the
3.
ending of the third one, everybody hated it.
Yeah.
Because your choices
The
don't
first
matter.
2, the first one is a good game. It's solid. The second one is the best. Best story,
Yeah,
best game.
second one's the best game.
Second
Yeah.
one is
The
awesome.
third one, so the first one I heard, the mechanics were solid. The story was okay. Or the story was solid, but the mechanics were okay. The second
it was a
one was
little
perfect.
clunky, and then they ironed everything out.
Yeah, and the third one was the mechanics were really good, but the story was
So do you think they
choice-
can make a good TV series?
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
it tells a good story. It tells a really good story.
Yeah, the
It tells
characters
a
are
really good
awesome.
story. It tells a really good story.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything about the characters because I don't want to ruin anything for you.
Yep.
But if you do play, it's a solid game, man. It's fun. It's fun
Yep.
and it's a good story.
Yep. So that's where it's gonna go. So it's gonna be interesting.
And I want to
excited
say
about
they
Mass Effect
always
too.
they
part of,
typically have some pretty good deals on Steam for it too, if I remember right.
And this is kind of I don't know how true it is or not, but there was rumors that part of the reason why they haven't greenlit the next 3 books of The Expanse is that the writers and the creative team was trying to produce this Mass Effect.
Oh,
Is that why they rushed the final season of The Expanse?
No, I don't know. It's all murky. You hear things here and there, but this
Yeah,
was
'cause
one
that
of the
final season was a
rumors.
little disappointing.
This is one of the rumors. Was that they were in talks, were trying to jockey and put themselves into position to do this,
Yeah,
and then
that's a
they
good team
would
for that.
and then they would sort of like revisit the other 3 books later.
Mm-hmm.
So that was sort of some of the speculation that was around, but it looks like, I mean, they maybe come on board as part of like the writing team, but
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not mad at that. That's a good team up. I'm not mad at that.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
because it'd be good because they did really well with The Expanse, and it's also another sci-fi.
Yeah. And it's real sci-fi. It's not
It's
It's
so it's like
sci-fi.
it's like hard
Yes.
sci-fi.
Yeah.
hard sci-fi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that was
it
part
gets
of
the
it.
people going.
Yeah.
That'd be
The
nice.
I love it
creators,
so in
B.
Expanse, boy.
Let the creators create.
Yeah, let them cook.
know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What are you talking about? It takes a real country to do that, Randy. You gotta take care of people. What are you
Just
talking
fired
about?
up tonight because he
This is
keeps
the
bringing
mall,
these.
dog.
He's
This is
fired
the
up.
mall. America's not a country; it's a mall. The shops have went out of business left and right. What are you talking about? We just watched the animation studio give us a magnum opus in damn animation and art, made a masterpiece. You can literally
Masterpiece.
watch with no sound,
It is.
just have it on in the background.
Hey,
And they like,
Oh.
you know what? We're not gonna make another one. We're done. It didn't make us no money.
well, again,
Art should exist for art's sake.
yeah,
Somebody
again,
should-
Yeah,
that
but
shit's so
but a
beautiful.
$250 million that's a lot.
They got it. We make some of these companies
That's a
ain't
lot of
got
money.
it. We make it seem like these companies ain't got it. They got four sugar daddies in here that are $1 trillion companies.
Yeah.
They got it.
I mean, you see Bezos is continuing to make this trash series of the rings because he got it. You know, he got the money. So.
Got it. It don't mean nothing. He's worth billions.
Let me not call that series trash. It's just not worth that price tag. I'll say that. I'll leave it that.
You know?
Yeah.
Bezos got $187 billion. He can make 5 seasons of Arcane if he wanted to.
He could.
And it wouldn't even hurt him. Wouldn't think twice about it.
Wouldn't have any impact on the Amazon bottom line.
Not at all.
They wouldn't even talk about it.
That is a rounding error.
It's a rounding error.
It's a $250 million is a rounding error.
It's a rounding error. Wouldn't even think about it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we miscalculated $1 billion. They're like, oh, it's okay. It's only $1 billion.
So let me ask y'all, because I know, kind of go off the rails just a little bit, and make it a little bit more relative. So we had an interesting thing happen to the country. How do you think that is going to affect the TV and movies that we watch, or is it going to have no effect? I'm just curious.
They talking about union busting all the unions. So if they throw out all the unions, it's gonna be a free fall.
Randy, how you feel about that?
I guess I can't disagree with that, especially after the unions just had the huge fight about protecting actors' rights with AI and all of that stuff.
All that shit.
They're gonna start signing people for pennies and keeping their likeness indefinitely, which is what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
So if that is the case, just because we're not doing it, somebody else is gonna fill that space. Is that gonna open up this scene for international content?
Yep.
I hope so.
Yep.
And would you be looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to more international content.
Rodney, I'm just curious.
I was gonna think, I've actually heard several people opine about this or kind of speculate this in different podcasts that I listen to, and I kind of like agree with them in the sense that, when the first time went around, like I thought that art and would sort of act as like a resistance, right? You would see these things that, and it did to a certain extent. But this time around it's different. I think this time around it's gonna lean the other way. I think there's gonna be, because corporations more than anything are running these big studios. They are just basically startups like Netflix, Amazon. They're tech companies. They're going to be pushing towards what the algorithm is pushing them, and the algorithm is pushing that certain point of view. So I think it's going to be, but I do think that hopefully, my hope is that there'll be art that's created that is part of the resistance, and that beautiful things will come out that are sort of speak to this time, but then, I don't know, man. We live in different times, right? Like back in the 60s, you had a bunch of great musicians that came out and spoke against power and, protesting against power. But all those people all grown up and worried about their 401ks. And
they're going to be ate up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's different now. I don't see any artist. I can't see too many artists, to the extent of like, anyway, but you know what I mean? Like, or maybe you don't, or I'm not articulating it correctly, but I do think it's like, we're such a late stage capitalism society, and we're just going to get more and more of that. So that, I think the art that we hope would come out of these things aren't necessarily going to be there. I think it's just going to be, a lot of like really corporate stuff, if that, and right now, as we've seen, corporations are really I don't want to say catering, or just they're leaning a certain way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Defunk in the chat said, I think there might be content regulations brought back. And if that's the case, we might have a China-style limited approval for imported content. I mean, here's the thing, like burning books isn't too far. I mean, banning books is one thing. We've seen that happen. Burning books is next.
Yeah.
Then why wouldn't that shift into other forms of media. So it doesn't seem too far fetched to see something like that get
like I'm about to buy some camera lenses. I'm about to focus on buying some camera lenses right now because those lenses are going to be expensive coming in the country from Sony.
So let's dig a little bit deeper. So net neutrality was a big pop word that was said a few years ago.
It's done. It's done. The neutral in the internet is done. President Obama should have made it a damn utility.
Yeah. And we do live in an era of oligarchs.
Yep.
Like YouTube is an oligarch. Amazon is an oligarch. Like they control most of these industries, vertical and horizontal integration. Art is going to be challenging to get distribution and get visibility on art that goes against like the standard, the structure right there. So I mean, we could be entering. I don't want to get too deep into politics. It's Friday night. We drinking and having fun and all that. But
that's why I asked in the space of art, so that it doesn't get too far off of the.
Well, art and politics are going hand in hand, right? Art is an expression of the politics of the day.
Yeah, I mean, art reflects life. Life reflects art. They both feed into each other.
So, for example, like the fun said, for example, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo teamed up to fend off tariffs on game consoles last time, and I think that's not going to happen this time. Only thing he's not going to put a tariff on is Rolex watches and his watch, and the Bible with the Trump songs in them now. The Bible has the Bible, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights, and then the Trump song at the end of it. Four greatest materials written in America. I'm just saying, guys. Why aren't y'all supporting this?
Let me change gears real quick again. I'm sorry, I'm going into my mode. Let me pump my
change gears again. Change gears again, Centel.
So let me just ask. So, as far as just future content that's coming out, that I think y'all let me know what you think, or y'all are interested in. I'm just curious. A lot of this stuff is coming out this month. Yellowstone is coming back, final season for Kevin Costner.
Yep.
We got Arcane coming right around the corner, coming out tonight.
Sure.
We got Alex Cross, which is interesting because I hear the book is good, but the Tyler Perry rendition was horrible. But now we got a new actor.
Don't you talk bad about Tyler.
Atlas, right? Yeah. It looks good. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm glad it's not just me. Like it's like,
and he's a quality actor, and I can see him.
I hope Tyler Perry wrote it.
Come on, Chuck.
Don't do that. Stop. Are we over here trying to have a cool conversation? You gonna do that? What's wrong with you, man? No, I just. But in the same vein of Reacher was awesome.
It was awesome.
Jack Reacher is kind of in the same vein of that.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Cruel Intentions, the series that's coming out. That's
I'm excited for it. I'm so excited for it.
Series is coming out. Yeah,
so
that's a throwback.
Is it based on the movie that came out?
Based on the books.
Well, yeah, I know that. Well, the book is based on Dangerous Liaison. It was Cruel Intentions was a modern update on the film or the book Dangerous Liaison.
Dangerous Liaison. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's coming around the corner. We got Dune Prophecy, which is the 1,000-year prequel before Dune.
I'm so excited about that.
That's coming out November 17th, I think. Let me see. We got hold on, I gotta look it up.
We talked about it earlier. Skeleton Crew.
Yeah,
Skeleton Crew is coming out in December.
Landman with Billy Bob Thornton and John Hamm, which is coming out, which is another
Tyler Sheridan,
another Sheridan project.
Sheridanverse.
Billy Bob Thornton is the perfect person to be in that universe.
Exactly.
Perfect. That's the best casting ever.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's one of the nastiest 1-2 punches Tyler Sheridan has put together. Like that's nasty.
Special Ops Lioness season 2 just dropped.
Lioness is coming out.
The last three, the first 3 episodes are out now.
It's some bangers coming out, man.
As much as you, Tyler Sheridan, boy, he gets people to come out. He's got in Special Ops Lioness, he's got Morgan Freeman, Nicole Kidman, Zoe Saldana.
What's her name? Like Nicole Kidman? Isn't she?
Yeah, Nicole Kidman. Like. dude,
I mean,
it's
that's
like
A-list.
it's crazy. It's crazy
Yeah.
how he gets these people, and then like John Hamm and Billy Bob
And his
Thornton.
fan base, the Tyler Sheridan fan base is ravenous. Like they eat it up. I can't lie. I mean, I've seen a lot of the Yellowstones, the 1883s, 19, whatever, all that. I've seen a few of them, and it's good. You know, not all of them.
Lioness is the only one I've watched out of all of those, but I
yeah,
really,
Lioness is one I watched too.
yeah, I really enjoy Linus. Like I really enjoy Linus a lot. So, but it's the only one. But I can't. You know, I mean, he did Sicario. You know, De Soldado, all that stuff. So, you know, he's really good.
He's so powerful. He told Kevin Costner, like, listen here,
Yeah, kick rocks.
I don't care about your passion project. You win or you out.
Exactly. Like pound for pound, I think he's probably one of the more powerful TV producers in
got
Hollywood
to be.
right now. Like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
I make hits over here, son.
Yeah.
Right. He's like,
Yeah.
this ain't
he's
the
in his bag
Kevin.
right now.
This ain't dancing with the wolves, Kevin. You either go do my job or you can kick rocks.
Yeah. Right. I'll kill your character off.
And
quick.
didn't his movie flop?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The movie,
real
in it, like the first
bad.
part, like there's
Tank.
like a second part, right? But like,
Yeah.
Supposed to be
I
three
think the
of them
first
from
part one, I think it's on
understanding.
HBO. I think it's on HBO.
Yeah.
I think
And
it was
nobody's
like-
watching it.
And nobody went to go see it because it came at the movie theaters and nobody went to go see it.
Well,
There's another dope one coming out. The Agency with Michael Fassbender and Jeffrey Wright.
I'm excited about
Them-
the agency.
yeah,
I'm
them
excited
two
about
together.
that. Looks
Jeffrey
good.
Wright is a beast by
Yes.
by no uncertain. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, man. Them two
Like
together.
you could say Jeffrey Wright has been in something you didn't like, but you can't say Jeffrey Wright was in something that was bad. Like I've never heard that. You're like, oh, I didn't mess with that, but it was good. But
So
I just
Jeffrey
didn't
Wright's
mess
the
with it.
actor you do take movies with.
Well, Jeffrey Wright is your favorite actor's favorite actor. It's one of
Exactly.
the different things.
He
Yeah,
don't miss.
yeah.
Yeah, him and what's his name? What's his name from School Days and
Oh, you
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo.
Yeah,
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo.
You may not like it, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Right, it's not bad.
Kaleidoscope wasn't bad. You
Right.
may not like it.
Yeah.
And you know what? He has said that before he got Breaking Bad, he was on the verge of bankruptcy. He said he was going to kill himself so his children could get the insurance money because he couldn't
Really?
close or anything. Yeah. And he said he just happened to get Breaking Bad and it turned everything around.
Wow, that would have been such a wasted.
Such a loss.
incredible
Such a
talent.
loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yep.
he
Oh,
don't
man.
miss.
Yeah,
he
dude.
just does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I love this time of year, boy.
Hey.
When it gets closer to award season and people just start putting out.
And in 2025, we got some good anime coming. First
Well,
of all, we got Solo
drop that list,
Leveling
Chuck.
coming back.
Solo leveling.
Okay.
We got
Drop that list, Chuck.
Lazarus coming.
Okay.
We got Lazarus coming.
and I know you guys weren't too high on it as much as I was, but I loved Andor. And
Oh, I
season,
love Andor. No,
season
no.
2.
You better talk to them.
yeah.
I love Andor.
That's
So
what I meant,
just
yeah.
tell us how you feel, Chantel. He's like,
No, I love
No,
that.
don't include me with them two over there.
All right, so
No.
Andor is
Chantel.
probably the best.
Yeah.
It's
I
probably
agree.
the best.
Hey,
It's coming back.
And-
It's
and-
coming
hold on,
back in
hold on, hold on.
2025.
Oh, we're gonna go back. Let's
It's coming
run back
2025.
to old times of
Don't do that.
GeekBeast when I was telling Chantel we need to get rid of the space wizards and we need to get rid of the
And I called
force
you.
and we'll have
You're
a
right.
good
I called
show.
you.
And
I
you
called
clowned me
I
about
did.
it.
I did. I'll own up to it. I will eat that crow.
Okay.
I will eat that crow because
okay.
Andor blew my
Oh,
doors
yeah.
off.
Andor is awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait for season 2.
Tell us about Chuck on Andor. No, Chuck didn't hate Andor. Chuck hate parts of Andor.
Man. Look.
Because Chuck saw
Johnny,
it rounded.
you
I
know-
saw it
y'all
rounded
know
into the
y'all my brothers.
Skywalker
I love
family.
y'all.
I didn't hate it. Randy hated it.
let me put it
Randy
this way,
hated
too.
it.
Not
I
on
like
this
my
one.
space
Yeah.
wizards. I'm
Randy hated it.
I like my
Randy's like, you
space
got space
wizards,
wizards. What's the point? What's the point?
Hey.
Space wizards, nothing about the space.
Hey,
Randy wanted this-
Hey, I like my space wizards.
Randy was like, where's the Skywalkers? Where's the Skywalker?
I don't need the Skywalker.
Randy
I
was
need
like,
you to be born with it.
Where's Anakin? Where's
Yeah,
I don't need it to
Anakin?
spontaneously combust
I
like
just saw
Vader.
Andor. I was like, man, we really didn't need this story because it's gonna feed right back into the Skywalker line. I was hoping it wouldn't go back to the Skywalkers.
I don't know. I think
Well, that was you with
I
with
think it
I'm
is.
tired of poor white trash, man.
It's
I'm tired of poor white
increasingly
trash.
with,
relevant
with Vader.
given
When Vader
given
had the last
today's this
scene.
week's.
Bruh, yes.
What was the one? What was that one Star Wars joint?
Vader with the last scene.
When he was slicing up
Rogue One.
Suicide Squad.
Rogue One.
Suicide
Yeah.
Squad.
So Chuck hates it, right? And I'm arguing with him. I'm like, I like it. I like it.
One
He
either?
hates
I
it.
hated it. Oh, I
And he's
hated
like-
it.
was
and he's like,
good.
I
What's
hate
going
And so
on?
I
when
hate
got
it.
the scene with
Rogue was
Vader,
good.
right? He was like,
You
"Why did
wildin',
Vader
dog.
just stop the ship from going?" And I was like, "He couldn't do that." And then what they do, and Obi-Wan, they make him stop the ship. And I'm like, "Now I gotta hear from Chuck. Now I gotta hear from
No,
Chuck."
I said this. Why didn't Vader snatch the disc from the
You said,
guy
why
trying to
didn't he
push it
snatch
through the
dish, so
door?
why didn't he stop the ship if they got away? And I was like, they couldn't do that. And then what they do, they
the guy
put
had
it
plot
boom,
armor, that's why.
and messed it up.
Because I played video games, Randy, and I seen Vader in the video game earlier in the timeline stop a damn ship. Matter of fact, Vader stopped a Star Destroyer crashing in the planet, put his hand up and stopped it from hitting him.
Vader was winded. He just got done, you know.
Wait. No, he didn't get nothing. He came straight out of the BAFTA tank, hopped onto the spaceship,
No,
saw a guy running down the hallway with a disc, doing this, trying to get it through the door.
I am reading the Vader comics, the Dark Horse and Marvel Vader comics, and Vader
He's a
was
badass.
He was a
Badass.
beast.
Yes.
And I
I
don't
said
know we
that.
couldn't get one of those kind of stories because it would be so cool.
Because it will
If
break
got the
everything
comic.
in the cinematic universe.
Why? Because it's good.
It will break everything in the cinematic universe.
How so?
Because he's so powerful that they had to think like, why didn't he show this power in the last 9 movies he was in? He was powerful through all those.
Yeah, but he got old. So you can
Yeah,
just
he was
blame it on
older, and his feelings were conflicted. It was
He had a BAFTA tank, you guys.
It was
You saw
his
how
son.
powerful a BAFTA tank is.
it was his
Look what it did to Boba Fett.
that. I was
Look
about
what
to
it
say,
did to
look what
Boba
it did to
Fett.
Boba Fett.
No, man.
We don't
Sabine's
talk
right
about
now in the
Boba Fett.
BAFTA
We
tank
don't
right
talk
now,
about that series.
Randy. Sabine's in a BAFTA tank right now.
Hey, so
Becoming the
Nerdy
strongest
Entrepreneur
Jedi
agrees with me.
ever.
Vader in the comics is just a beast, and it's
Beast,
so
monster,
fun watching him
monster.
in the comics. And it's just like, why don't we have this out here? And then you really get to see the dynamic between Vader and
And
the
Palpatine.
It's so cool to watch. Like they have a really antagonistic relationship because like Palpatine is the greatest coach of all time. Like he knows how to
He's Belichick.
Right,
It's
he's Belichick.
and
Yeah,
Brady. It's Belichick and Brady.
he gets the best out of his players at all times, and it's just great
He
watching.
can't win without Vader, though, baby.
Nah, man, he had backup plans on backup plan, and he was setting Vader up. He was like, "Well, let's see how far I can take him this time." And Vader recognizes it at different periods and was
Finds
like,
it charming.
"Son, I'm getting tired. I only got so many buttons, Palpatine. One of these days." And Palpatine is like, "Bring it."
Yeah, say when. Say when.
Yep, he tells him all the time. That's why he's
Bring
trying to get
it.
one of the twins.
Yeah.
He's trying to get a couple of disciples in there before.
Yeah, like the
You know?
Inquisitors were put into place to get rid of Vader, and he knew it. He was like, "Oh, is this what we doing?
Yep.
Say less, Palpatine."
Yep.
Mm.
And when the Inquisitors tried Vader, he killed every single last
Killed
one of them.
all of them, cut
Killed all
limbs
of them.
off, all kinds of things.
And told him, get some more. Get some
Yeah.
more. Find some
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, go
Find
get
some
your
more.
go
Speaking
get your
of,
peoples.
upcoming series
Good
too.
chance.
There's another one I was reading about today called "Say Anything." It's about the IRA and like during the Troubles. So I heard it's like really good. It's supposedly based on like a nonfiction book that covered it, but I don't know. That is just me. I'm kind of in a weird spy terrorist kind of mood right now. So
Have you been
really-
watching Slow Horses?
Oh, I love Slow
Yes.
Horses. I love
Yeah,
Slow Horses.
I
Yeah.
just started that.
Slow
I
Horses.
just
so
I love
good.
it. I'm
But you
actually
get to
reading the
season
book.
3.
Yeah. reading the book right now
Yeah.
too. So
Have you watched Hunters yet?
I watched the first season.
Oh,
I haven't seen the
yeah.
second season yet.
So good. So
Speaking of,
good.
and AJ Calamai, shout out to him. He worked on Hunters
Yep.
season 1. So
I just talked to AJ.
yeah,
Just talked to him. Yeah.
nice.
He's doing good. He wants to do something.
Yeah. Let's talk.
There's
kind
a
of-
lot of
yeah.
good content out there. It is.
Yeah, it's feast time. I know famine is a little bit, when spring kicks in, but right now it's feast. So y'all get it in. It's a lot of good stuff out there.
Let me find this graphic. There was a graphic
The
somebody
Nerdy
put
Entrepreneur
in.
came in strong. The Star Wars novels about the Inquisitors of Vader is crazy. The way he did them in the book at the
Yeah,
end.
man.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
about that life.
Yeah, he
He's about that
shows
life.
no love towards them at
No.
all.
I don't even
He
want
knows
them
what
here. I don't
Palpatine
even know
is
why
doing.
they're here. He knows exactly why they're there.
Yeah, he knows why Palpatine. Yeah, he was like, okay, all right, coach.
To show you, I'm gonna let you know I am the one.
I'm the one, right?
I'm the
Oh,
one.
you want to put him
I'm
on the practice
Himothy.
squad? All right, we can do
I'm
that.
Timothy.
It reminds
You know?
me of
In the
oh my
book
God.
of Timothy, verse 1, it says, I am him.
Yeah,
It was y'all remember? I'm gonna go basketball. Y'all remember when Jimmy Butler played for the
exactly for the
Philly?
Timberwolves. The 20 the Timberwolves.
No, it was the Wolves. It was
yeah,
it was
the Timberwolves.
And he was like, "Yo, give me the B team."
Yep, he picked the big team and he
Against the
played all the
starters.
starters and he called the media. He was like, yo, Rachel McNichols, come through practice. Mato.
Yo, he was like, "Is this your king?"
He was like, y'all don't pay me right now.
Yeah.
And that's how Vader is. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
Palpatine,
Word.
that's what you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what we doing out here in these streets.
Right, this is what we
I
doing.
love it.
So
Okay.
it's like going back to the whole Star Wars films. I saw this graphic today when they posted about this stuff.
Oh, all the new
So
ones. I
these
thought
are
Lando
so they
was
say
done.
Star Wars status of upcoming film. So Simon Kimmer's Star Wars trilogy, Mandalorian and Grogu, the new Jedi Order, which is supposed to be the Rey Palpatine, Rey Skywalker film, standalone. James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi movie, set 25,000 years before the Skywalker saga.
Oh,
See, that's what I thought
Yeah.
whatchamacallit
That
was going
sounds
to be.
interesting.
Well, that was what the rumor was. The D&D, the Game of Thrones guys were supposed to be doing.
Oh.
That was the rumor, is that they were going to be doing like way like super far, back in the past. The start of the Jedi. That's what they were rumored to be doing. And then
one of the writers of Andor is on it too.
yeah, so
that's
Bo
gonna be awesome.
William and the Lando Star Wars, so written by Donald and Stephen Glover. Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie, which is probably going to close out the Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and Book of Boba Fett. Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie.
It's gonna be like an Ewok movie or something.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Does Taco even
He's-
watch Star Wars? Because he admitted he
gonna
didn't
be-
watch Thor. He's never heard of Thor until he did.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
he brought
gonna-
humor to it, but
It's
I
like
don't know.
I don't know. Like he's
Movie about
had
the
some
cantina.
misses of late, right? So
Yeah, I don't
we'll
know if he
see.
needs to be doing a Star Wars property.
And this is what I totally forgot. I remember they mentioned it, but Sean Levy's Star Wars movie, Jonathan Troper is writing it. So Sean Levy is the director of Deadpool and Wolverine. Right?
Oh.
So Rogue Squadron is supposedly still in works. Patty Jenkins confirmed she's still developing and working on a strip.
Got right here.
And then Rian Johnson's trilogy, which I thought they got rid of, but I guess he's still doing it. And they're waiting until he gets done with all the Knives Out films.
But isn't the Knives Out like? Isn't that like another $250 million project that's
Yeah,
supposed to be
there's
putting out like
like-
10 movies or something
Yeah.
like that? Yeah.
There's like another one that there's several, at least two or
Yeah.
three more that I
At
think
least.
he's in.
Knives Out was good.
Knives Out is good.
yeah.
Both
I was
movies,
entertained.
yeah.
I was entertained.
So there's a lot of Star Wars stuff coming. So
So we'll see.
we shall see.
I just think some Vader, like a Vader series, one season, like would be dope.
I mean, they keep hinting that there might be like Obi-Wan season 2.
No,
So
No, God, just leave that
yeah.
alone.
please.
But if that's the case, then you get more Vader.
more.
You get more Vader
Yeah,
stuff.
right. I'm talking about just Vader. Because the one thing about Obi-Wan was I ain't like the fact that like why we gotta have him like losing the force and all of that kind of stuff.
It
I
was
don't want to
awful.
see that because I read the Ahsoka novel and Ahsoka describes the force. She says you literally cannot cut yourself off from it. It is with you
Yeah.
all of the
Yeah.
time.
All the
You
time.
feel it. And
It
even if
calls
you
you.
try to block it calls to you. And
Yeah, it
even
calls
if
to
you
you.
try to block it, it's still there. And I thought that was one of the realest lines ever. How can you cut that off? And the fact that they tried to make Obi-Wan wandered in the desert away from the force, I'm like,
Terrible.
why do we need all that? No.
Because they're
Luke
changing what the
wandering
force
around it,
means.
Luke wandering around on a little planet cut off from the force. What? What are we doing? What are we doing here, people? So no, I didn't feel those things at all. Like,
Good.
yeah, let's turn it up.
You know, one of the best bad guy story. Oh, I don't want to ruin it because we're doing Agatha all along. I mean, excuse me, y'all are doing Agatha all along, right?
Yeah,
You
what
coming
you-
on
Can I
with it,
get
ain't you?
can I give a yeah? I mean, I didn't want to just
Yeah.
volunteer myself.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to give a hot take. I think Agatha all along is probably one of the best bad guy stories I've seen in a minute. For a Disney property. And if
Yeah.
they were to do something like, I'm tying this in with what you were talking about regarding Anakin or Darth Vader story. If you can make it like interesting in those kind of terms to kind of like, make the bad guy interesting and keep him
Yeah.
the bad guy. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't got to be, this gray area or maybe
Nah, he's a bad guy.
Just a bad guy. Yeah,
He's a bad guy.
yeah.
Yeah. I think one thing that Disney's trying to do with Star Wars, with the Skywalker story, they backed themselves in the corner. They killed almost all the Force users off. So they had to replenish the universe with Force users. That's the thing. That's part of it. They're like, if we continue down the path we're going down, we'll run out of Force users. And we have to create a way that we have multitudes of Force users and that people can gain the Force. And there's no rhyme or reason for the Force. So they're trying to get back to the Force has no rhyme or reason and it just appears when it wants to appear. I respect them for that because in my Discord, I'm here listening, and the few friends I can talk to in private, not getting kicked out of it. I'm flaming shit. And they explained it to me. They were like, hey, calm your ass down. We know you want to say something, but this is why things are happening the way they're moving. Because they realize they follow the Skywalker stories. The only person that would have the Force right now would be Rey. They took it from John Bodega. They made him a janitor and chasing after the black girl now.
We're not even gonna talk about that.
You know,
that alone,
I'm just
too.
saying. That's what they did to
not even
him.
do that.
That's what they did to him. They took the Force away from him. So she's the only person survivor with the Force. Everybody else is dead, you guys.
I mean, the force is random though, right?
So they're trying to get that whimsy to the Force. It's
So,
random.
yeah.
So
So there's
Sabine could,
the thing is like
Sabine
even
could
in the
get the
EU
Force, 'cause
stuff, but like even
whatever.
even like the EU stuff, like the Thrawn,
Yeah.
the very first ones, like the ones that the Kevin those the when Thrawn first came out, and it's like
Yeah.
Mara Jade was introduced, she was force sensitive, like, and then like after that there was like that whole series where it's like Luke starts up a whole new academy, goes across the galaxy trying to find, and he finds all these
Right.
force sensitive kids, and he starts up a whole thing. So it's like
And then
they have to have more Jedi's
and
than
then
just a
Kylo kills them
Skywalker.
all.
But I'm
Baby
saying
kills
is in the EU, in the novels,
Yeah,
right? In the
yep.
novels, not necessarily the movies. But yeah,
Yeah.
in the movies, it's like the only people that have force are the Skywalkers. So
Yeah,
you need
so
to have more. You
that's
definitely
what they're trying to do now.
Keep the Force.
Yeah,
They're trying to ungatekeep the Force. And so Sabine getting the Force, they said maybe all the Jedi thought the Force worked this way because they're ignorant and they're dumb. And Yoda is a snitch ass dude, snitch ass cop that holds secrets. So maybe he didn't know everything. Maybe he didn't know everything.
No, he didn't.
So nobody really knows how the Force works. Everybody's
And they
making
shouldn't.
assumptions.
And I don't think they should.
So
I don't think-
midichlorians and all that shit was made up shit. They don't even know if that's real or not. That's not even real science. It's fake news.
It's too soon, bro. It's still too
It's
soon.
fake news. It's fake news, dog. It's propaganda. No. So this girl practices really, really hard when she watched Ezra and them to copied his steps, and bam, she could throw his ass into a starship.
Yeah. I call where my hat at. Cap.
Cap.
Probably does some
I'm just
bullshit.
saying, Randy. Maybe the kids in this Goonies series, Starship Skeleton Goonies, maybe in Skeleton Goonies, they'll hit a treasure that pushes the force powers around the universe. Like we'll see a Stargate open up, and we'll see Sabine and Ahsoka in there waving at them. Say, come here, kids. And Grogu's there rubbing his hands like, oh yeah, I'm going to teach him. Grogu's like this, I'm going to teach him.
You guys realize that Skeleton Crew is the Captain EO origin story, right?
It is
God.
Captain EO
Everybody
origin
keeps
story.
saying.
It's Captain EO origin story.
Captain EO. So
I have zero expectations for it, so I don't think Skeleton Crew can disappoint me.
I mean, I guess in that regards, it's like
no
good, right?
expectations,
Yeah, like
none.
having no expectations is good, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like one way or the other, it's like okay, right? And it's like yeah. So
The problem is y'all ain't seen those Disney Plus shows, original shows on Disney Plus.
Like what? What are you talking about?
The Star Wars show with the little babies, the Anakin kills.
I'm not watching that BS.
The Muppet
You bumped
Babies?
your head.
But that's about the younglings, the Padawans.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So why can't they have a skeleton crew that's from the suburbs of
Oh.
Tatooine?
No, they're not on Tatooine. Please.
Maybe they are.
be on Tatooine.
Maybe on the vegetated city of Tatooine.
No.
What we didn't realize is all the poor people live in the desert, and all the rich people live where all the land is. Maybe it's dirt bows.
speaking of like watching stuff, have you guys ever rewatched? When's the last time you rewatched the prequels?
Been a
Oh
while.
man,
A couple years ago, I think.
and they had suburbs there.
Like I'm not even kidding you. I don't think I've watched the prequels since they first came out.
Couple years. I think I watched.
I've seen.
I
I've
think
seen some
maybe
smash cuts of them.
maybe
Yeah.
Phantom Menace I've seen once, but the rest
They're
I
better.
haven't.
I think they're better than you think.
me
man.
too.
I
That's
think
what
they
I'm saying.
aged
Like
well.
I'm kind
Yeah.
of
they aged
curious. Yeah, like
I think they.
yeah.
I think they aged better than when they first came out.
Oh, yeah.
I think y'all saw
do too.
so many bad Star Wars properties that these look good.
Well, listen. You could tell, like, okay, listen, the production value is a little wonky because they took some big leaps, production wise, in order to tell the story, and it didn't age necessarily.
Yeah, he shot everything on green screen, like
right.
literally.
But the story itself is really not that bad.
It's not as bad.
And especially now that we have the context of the Clone Wars and some of all the other stuff, it really moves at a pretty decent.
And I watched a podcast that talked about that, how the Clone Wars helped fill in a lot of that.
Yeah.
And George Lucas's mind, he didn't quite understand it. Like what he was putting out just couldn't be captured in 3 movies.
No.
And Rebels and Clone Wars add a lot of commentary and color to that, and it helps enhance that story. I don't think they're as bad. Go back and I would recommend go back and watch them. They age a lot better.
No, I don't believe that shit. That's propaganda. Chat, don't listen to this bullshit that's
It's
going
not as
right
bad.
now.
It really- I agree with that.
there's
It's
no-
not as bad as you think.
One of the best line exchanges is
Mark
like,
said
"You're
he
so
watches them every
beautiful.
year.
It's because you love me."
And Nerdy Entrepreneur said
that
the
don't mean
movies
nothing.
age better when you get context. Yeah, well, literally what we were just
And those
saying.
movies are still trash. With the context, it's still
No,
trash.
Go. I don't.
Still trash.
We got.
You like nostalgia anyway.
we
I don't
got
trust your
support back
opinion
in here.
anyway.
The chat is with Centel and I, Chuck.
Yeah, it
I
really
will
is
say,
better, man.
he
It
with
it
you.
really is better.
And y'all can
the
like
Darth
trash
Maul,
too.
the Qui-Gon
America's
Jinn,
with Trump. And so I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Sticky moves, sticky moves.
the Qui-Gon Obi-Wan Darth Maul fight is still like one of my top, if not my top favorite lightsaber fight, dude.
And it still holds up.
It just like the music, the choreography, you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah. Like Nerdy Entrepreneur said, Clone Wars, Rebels, Bad Batch, they all add a lot of context to
They
the
do. And those movies are still trash. They have context to those movies, and at the end of the day, the movie quality is trash.
That's what I say.
Story's
You
a
just
little
a
bit
hater.
context
You
to the
just a
story is
hater.
better. It's still trash. It's still trash.
Yeah, get the hate out your heart, man.
Like you
No,
was
I'll let
telling
y'all
us.
know
Sounds
something.
like a hater to me.
Sounds like a
Sounds like
hater to me.
you told us earlier.
Hey,
Sounds like
Listen,
you
listen,
hating
no, what he say?
me.
What he say? He doesn't understand the
magnificent,
artiste.
hey,
the
Right?
artistry.
Yeah.
He
Talk
doesn't
your
understand
talk.
the artistry.
Talk your talk, Chantel.
Yeah.
Understand the RT. Yeah, talk your talk.
You know what that is? You know what that is? The number hate. That's the number hate.
It's awful, man.
Hate,
Take
hate,
the hate off.
hate,
No,
hate,
I tell you,
hate,
listen,
hate,
speaking of hate, I tell you something I do hate. Change direction just for a hot second. This is what I hate. Yo,
Star Wars movies.
No, man. It's a Disney issue. Yo, they shut down Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, man.
They did shut it down.
They shut that. Yo, probably one of the best representation of a black female superhero I've seen.
And her friend.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
You know what the problem is? Her friend was Hispanic. They don't want blacks and Hispanics to like each other.
Yo,
Lord.
Well, they said Wakanda forever is where we sticking this. We're putting our pen, and blacks and
Yo.
Hispanics hate each other. We're gonna put it in Wakanda forever. We're gonna clean this devil dinosaur thing.
all I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. If you have a daughter or a niece or a little sister or whatever it is, and you want them to kind of like get into like the comic book vibe and want to see like good imagery of what they look like in a positive, dope storytelling kind of way,
Yeah, man.
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is a
Amazing.
hit. It is
Yep.
a hit. And
Facts.
they shut it down, man.
You know what the problem is? They're gonna pull it off the service.
Are they?
I think they
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Why? For what? It's just hard drive space.
Like I said, dog, that little black girl and that Hispanic girl can't be friends on screen
You gotta
because we drew a line in the sand.
Yo, that's whack. That's whack.
And to Chuck's point, like hell,
you'll find it. You'll
Max
find
has
it.
been has been doing it forever, just taking stuff off. Like it's only hard drive space, and they always getting rid of stuff. So
That's
You can find it.
disappointing.
We can find it. We'll make it find it.
disappointing.
But the rumor is they're gonna take it off. They're gonna pull it.
terrible.
They're gonna pull it
So
wide
good.
too.
So good. I wanted to see her in the MCU for real, for real.
I wouldn't have been mad at it at all, man. I would like if they did a cool little live action rendition of it. Yeah, because it's a dope character. Yeah.
Her card in Marvel Snap is dope. I always love using her card on Marvel Snap. I haven't played it in a minute, but I remember it was like it was one of my favorite cards to play. I was like, yep.
If they get rid of her, what they can do is make sure she doesn't come up in the live action because they're going to take her animated property and push her into the live action universe.
I mean, I hope so. I hope it's not the last we've seen of this character.
I hope
It
not
would be
neither.
such a waste.
Yeah,
It
because
would be
it's so good.
It's such a great relationship.
Two solid good seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good.
You never know. Yeah, I got disheartened when they canceled Craig of the Creek, which is if you have sons,
Amazing.
that same energy. Craig of the Creek is just brilliant. They canceled it and then brought it back. So maybe you never know. We got to clamor for it. This goes back to the original argument or the original think piece that we are talking about. Like, does the culture change or stuff like that?
They killed
to be more
Kazazimoto,
consistently faded
too.
off. Yeah.
They killed Kazazimoto.
Oh, did they kill Kazazimoto?
We're not getting generation water, generation air, and generation earth. We're not getting.
Wow.
It was
But you know
super
what though?
good.
They didn't promote it. They just
No,
didn't
they didn't.
promote it at all.
They didn't.
Like,
Not at all.
none.
Not at all. Not at all.
I remember finding out. I was like, how didn't I know about this? Like, this is literally my business, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's literally
Yeah,
our
I told y'all.
business.
It
How did we
was
not know
Kazazimoto.
about this?
It was so good.
I'm curious. Is Tressé getting a second season?
Not yet. No,
I haven't heard.
They haven't killed it, nor have they revived it.
And it's been about 3 years though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna
And
happen.
it was super cool.
I don't think Tressé is gonna happen either.
Nah, I don't think
disappointing.
Tressa is gonna happen. Yeah, you would have heard about it by now. You probably would have heard it by now. Well, the other thing too, the only other thing that I think that was one small sliver of hope I think I have for it is that the same production company is the same one that did the latest animated film from Zack Snyder. It's the same guys.
Oh,
Oh,
the gods, the one
God,
with
yeah.
the Greek gods.
It's the same company.
Thor,
It's
the
the
Norse
same.
gods.
Yeah. So if you remember correctly, he's like one of his like right hand mans. Like he storyboards all of his movies. He's done all this stuff. So I forget his name's blanking on me right now, but he's Filipino. But he's the head of the company. He their company they're the ones that did all the production.
Jay Olivia.
Yeah, Jay Olivia. He's the one. So that my only sort of small sliver of hope is that they were waiting on them to finish that, and then they'll come around to Tress. So
I hope they do.
I hope so, but that's like the only hope I have for it. But we'll see, because obviously they're probably pouring way more money into the Zack Snyder thing than Tress.
And it was good. I enjoyed it. It was
entertaining.
Yeah,
But
it was entertaining.
I don't know enough of the backstory of the lore.
That was my point.
To fully get it, you know what I mean? But the little bit that I saw.
And so what they did, if they did change anything, I didn't care, because I'm like, I don't know anything about it, so I'm entertained by it.
All I know is it was some cheeks getting clapped, boy. I know that.
And I was like, this ain't my Thor. This ain't MCU Thor. This dude is off the chain.
Yeah, this Thor different. He cut from a different type of cloth.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
but they're gonna need for Tress they're gonna need Netflix to pay for it. So
like you said, they got the money.
they do got the money. They ain't hurting. They proved to the world.
Yeah, they got the money.
They turned and looked at all the streaming services. You want to be starting something? Gonna get starting something.
It's like you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, they beat them in the ground. Everybody said Disney Plus is gonna hurt Netflix.
I knew that wasn't happening.
HBO Max is gonna hurt Netflix. Centel's there. He's eating that crow too. And Netflix,
I don't remember that because I can't defend myself on that.
yeah. We got like 20 episodes of that shit. We got like 20 episodes, and Netflix is out there spanking everybody's ass, lining them up.
They
Mr.
literally created
3000.
the model. Like, it reminds me of The Wire. Like, hey, babe, when you come at the king, you bet not miss.
Bet not miss.
And they missed all of them.
They all missed, right? They didn't understand the model.
They
like,
missed and lost out on the stuff they did have.
Right. It's like, we got the studios and we got the catalog, so we'll just put all of our old stuff out there on the streaming. Like with Disney Plus, it was cool at first, but how many Bambi movies I'm gonna watch? Yeah. You know, therefore I'm like, nah, y'all got to entertain me. And it wasn't as easy as they thought it was. So
and Netflix said you could have saved your silver screen by just trusting us.
Yeah, all you had to do was work with us, but
could have saved your silver screen. You could have saved your DVD and Blu-ray sales.
And now they're looking at them like yesterday's price
is not
today's price.
Yep.
We'll take all that stuff.
But they earned it. That's what you gonna do.
They're like, now you ain't got the silver screen. Now you ain't got Blu-ray, and you definitely didn't get streaming from us.
Nope.
So kiss the ring.
You had to kiss the ring.
And I think Warner Brothers have learned, because man, it's all kind of new Warner Brothers properties that was on Max and kind of stuff that's hitting Netflix. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah.
I think
y'all lost that too.
I think they just threw in the flag, was like, you know what?
Yeah. Random pockets.
Yeah.
Debo coming.
Yeah.
Debo, no, tuck in your chain, man. Tuck in your chain.
They lost real bad. Unfortunately, they lost really bad. I hate the fact that they lost the silver screen, because the silver screen is a great place to go.
No, it is.
It is.
The only person I hear going to silver screen is Centel, because he goes for free.
I mean, it's part of my job.
He ain't paid for none of that shit, you guys. He's the reason silver screen is dead now. I ain't going unless it's for free. I know, I'm just attacking him for no apparent reason.
Yo, I saw Gladiator 2.
How was it?
Did my guy kill it?
Denzel gonna show up.
Was he Denzel? Was he Denzel in this?
Denzel is Denzel. It ain't no stretch.
Did he say King Kong ain't got nothing on me in it?
Did y'all see Denzel at the movie premiere? Did y'all see him at the movie premiere of Gladiators? It was some like reporters, and they talking trash. Denzel goes over to him, was like, y'all want it to be that way? we can handle it however you want to.
Y'all better ask about Denzel. Y'all better ask. Yo,
he said we can handle it polite, or we can handle it that other way. I'm like, oh, he in Lonzo character already.
No. Lonzo was really Denzel.
No, that exactly. I think I put that in our chat today.
Yeah, Lonzo was really
what you call it?
Denzel.
Director said like none of that was on the script, and I was like, it wasn't in the script because Denzel wasn't acting. He was
him. I'm put cases on all y'all's ass.
Like when he said he lost something, an Oscar or something, and he was like, "I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something."
Yeah, it was what was it? He had done Glory, and they thought he was gonna get the Oscar nod for that, and instead it was somebody who was about to die.
Wasn't it Sean Connery?
Somebody else. Yeah, I think it was like Sean Connery.
Yeah,
and he had heard. He was like, yeah, it's going to him. So he was like, well, what the hell am I staying here for? So I'm right. Yeah, so he was like, but I'm leaving here with some.
He said, I'm leaving here with some. He said, I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something.
Look at y'all see what Mark put up there? I will not bury my empire. My empire will bury me.
Man.
That is a line. That's power right there.
Denzel for real, man.
Was it good? Centel, was it good?
It's entertaining. You can tell they spent a lot of money.
Careful. You got embargo or anything, or
no, I just can't have it in written form like this. Yeah, and there is a little bit. I can't go into too much details. Okay. But let me see what else I can say. Yeah, they spent a lot of money. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Ridley Scott's kind of had some. I haven't really watched too many of Ridley Scott's latest stuff because it's sort of uneven.
Well, because I mean, he kind of whiffed with Napoleon.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And then I heard like
Napoleon.
The one with Matt Damon.
I know why, because Ridley Scott is old as shit.
I think that's part of it, right? He's just like trying to get as much shit done as possible. He's just trying to get as much shit done as possible because he's like, he knows like he's, he only got so much more time. So he's just like, let me get as much shit done as possible.
Well, for those that, are discovering, I'm discovering it now. Your mind just works a little bit differently.
It's a young man's game.
Yeah, and it's a game of endurance too. Like you're on set. Like when you're on set, you be having 16-hour days sometimes.
18-hour days, right?
Yeah. Like
and you're stressed and everything.
You stress. It's a lot going on. Your memory isn't exactly the same.
Like and your trailer chambermaid.
How many decisions? How many decisions do you have to make as a director every day? Right.
Yeah.
Like there's so many decisions you gotta make.
Yeah,
it's probably all hard decisions because the easy ones will be solved by somebody else. So that's the escalate. Yeah.
I love how they responded back to you, Centel. Well, he didn't say it was good. Mark laughed. Centel was like, I saw it.
I know, listen.
It's entertaining.
Yeah. Hey.
It doesn't take much to entertain Centel, you guys. It doesn't take much to entertain him.
Shameless plug for my channel. I'll do it short.
Go do your shameful plug. Go ahead.
Nah.
Go ahead.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Shame all the way.
If you like Denzel, you should watch it. That's not ruining nothing. If you're a Denzel fan, watch it.
Who's not a Denzel fan? Plug your channel.
Plug your channel.
Oh yeah, hit the Centel channel. I don't want to plug too much.
Plug it.
I will be doing a short on it, and it's just youtube.com/Centel if you haven't.
And he'll be topless in it for you all that really want to see it.
Yeah, I'll be
dribbling. He's gonna be in the mood of the gladiator.
You're gonna be in a toga.
Pieces on me.
He's gonna be with the baby oil and everything. I'm ready to jump in the gladiator pit.
Yeah.
They speaking of, I did see they have a dope popcorn bucket for it. They got a gladiator helmet.
It's the Coliseum?
No, but no, it's a helmet. It's like a gladiator helmet. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it.
I think I got
she literally took it off and she put it on her head. I was like, what? Let me try to figure out.
Oh, they had the helmet. It is the Regal Theaters that got the gladiator bucket, I think.
Oh, Regal's got it. Okay. We got Regal.
The helmet popcorn bucket is Cinemark.
I love this new popcorn bucket thing that's happening. I'm loving it. I don't think it's gonna last forever because them joints, they're getting them kind of ridiculous in the price.
I agree.
I saw one, and it was like $40.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not paying $40 for a popcorn bucket. Like,
No,
The
but
new
I-
Gladiator one's
you almost have
49.
mine. See, that's a little like if they kept it like in the $20 range, I think that's a little bit more reasonable.
Yeah.
Because you're already gonna blow like $30 on snacks to begin with outside of the popcorn bucket.
I bring my snacks.
Another, probably, 30 to $60 depending on how many people that you're bringing. Like, you shouldn't be going to the movie theater spending like $200. That's just y'all doing too much.
Hey, Netflix killed that business. Told y'all. Y'all gotta make y'all's money somehow.
man. I saw this family not too long ago. It was like a family of like 8 people, and I was like, damn.
Family
and they went,
ate at the movies. Shit.
Yeah, and they went like during like the regular hours. That's what I'm saying. It was like insane.
Cause you figure what? 15 a movie, 15 per person.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's just a mission.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
See, I come from the age when I grew up with the 99-cent theater down the street. You saw the movie, maybe about 3 weeks after the fact, but it was still 99 cents.
99 cents. Take a shorty with you and everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Different
Y'all
times.
would never know the love of the dollar movie theater.
Never.
It was a beautiful, beautiful
Yes,
thing.
it was, brother. Yes, it was. And I snuck snacks in.
I take y'all even one. Sneaking people into the drive-through.
They're supposedly doing a no, but I agree with you.
Get under that blanket.
I agree with you, Chantal. I really enjoy this whole popcorn bucket.
That popcorn bucket is dope.
The era,
Yeah.
well, just the whole era of it. Like, because even like Disney's doing really cool ones, and like they're supposed to be having like a Life Day Chewbacca one, on the 17th. So yeah, there's some really good ones, man.
It's dope. They had one. This is when I knew it was starting to get a little out of control, man. And it was one of the very first ones, man. Is when they did. They had a Ghostbuster. What was it? Frozen Empire. They had the RC Ghost Trap popcorn bucket, and it could actually move. And I want to say that joint was like an insane amount of money to do it. I was like, that's going a little too far, not for a popcorn bucket. So I shouldn't have to put batteries in my popcorn bucket.
Nah, not at all.
Which one?
Y'all doing too much. It was for Frozen Empire. It had a popcorn bucket that was an RC car.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, because in the movie they made the trap an RC car to drive around and trap ghosts and stuff. Yeah,
that sounds dope. You should have got that one.
Nah,
I just got the
I
one
like
with the
popcorn
light
buckets, but I
on
ain't finna drop that kind of dough on it. Like,
You rich.
stop, boy. You don't understand. We got a whole regime change, but I got to save my little buckets.
Hey, we all. Don't we all?
Yeah, man, you better chill out with
Man,
that.
y'all sound scared. I'm just saying the movie's gonna be the safest place to go.
He didn't say an administration change. He said a regime change.
I have a question. Was Venom good? I know you saw Venom.
It's better than the first two, but that's not saying a
That's
lot.
not saying much.
I was like,
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
that saying?
It's not saying a lot. Like if you're a Venom fan, you will be happy. You will be happy if you're a Venom fan. But if you saw the first two and you're like, all right, I'm just kind of passing time.
Are y'all gonna go see Elevation? Anthony Mackie's new movie.
Oh, I heard about that one. That one debuted out here, actually in Denver. When does that come out? Anthony
It's out
Mackie's an
now.
interesting dude.
He is.
Yeah,
I
Mackie's
love
a
Twisted
good actor.
Metal. I love Twisted Metal.
I like the fact I like his boldness for projects. He'd be like, I'm gonna do this.
I'm laughing at the font. He said LAWL. Venom is never good. I was exhausted as time watching this one.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm saying if you're a Venom fan, you'll be happy, but
Really?
They just making
What's
Venom
such
movies
thing as
to
a
keep-
Venom fan?
there are people that do like it.
Venom is not a bad character. I always thought he was a good character in the Spider-Man universe. It's just I think Sony I think we talked about this earlier.
Sonyverse.
Sony was just making these to keep the license agreement. They had no direction in what they
What do
wanted.
you mean? Madam Web was in a masterpiece for young girls to model their image off of?
Oh, God, don't even thinking about it just brings that gag.
I don't know why you hate Madam Web so
Jack
much.
lost the
Trash.
troll, boy. He just be out here just
Who's trolling? I'm just saying, Madam Web is the greatest female Spider-Man movie ever.
Put your head in the
It's only
toilet
second.
and flush it until you go to sleep. That's what you
You
need to
know,
do.
it's on the
With that
same level
terrible
as
idea.
Elektra.
I hear Craven's supposed to be crazy violent. That's what I keep hearing. Craven's
Yeah.
supposed to be like next
But
level
it ain't
violent.
Madam Web good though.
We don't even talk about Madam Web, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So just Sony just be out here just, I feel like they want Marvel to bail them out of everything. Just like if we keep on messing up, then sooner or later
They're gonna take it
get
back
mad
over.
and step in.
Yeah.
See, Mark came in. Madam Web was top tier cinema. It
What?
was.
Trolling you.
It was like, hey, this is when you go to the movies and make out with somebody, and because if you missed the movie, it didn't even matter.
Now that I can agree with. If you want to, if you're trying to get lucky, Madam Web's a great movie to go see because you ain't got to pay no attention.
You got to pay a lot of attention to know if anything's going on. You got to see the bad lip syncing in it. You got to see the extra scenes cut behind people's heads. Man, the ad lib, the what's it? The sync. What's it called when you do voice syncs up? You do voice sync.
Some of the lip syncing.
Yeah, not the lip syncing where you change the whole story where you have the person come in, they say a whole different line.
Oh,
additional dialogue, ADR.
Yeah,
ADR, the ADR.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 80. Have y'all watched the ADR in Madam Web?
No.
Oh, it is amazing. It's like watching an old kung fu film.
I actually couldn't watch Madam Web. I have no
It's
desire.
almost unwatchable. It's almost unwatchable.
I have no
like-
desire to see.
It's
Madam
like
Web
watching
at all.
USA television, kung fu theater.
Back in the day.
Yeah, it's just like it. Literally, it's just like it. Literally, the ADR is so bad, so bad.
Yeah, I just can't bring myself to watch it. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
You a hater, dog.
Man, love yourself. Don't listen to Chuck.
You
Love yourself.
misogynist,
Love
misogynist
yourself.
wall.
Love yourself.
I'm misogynist because I
Love
want to watch
yourself.
Madam Web.
Love yourself.
All right, Obama. All right, Obama.
Mental wealth.
You the
thing.
reason Trump's in office now.
Mental.
Because I didn't support Madam Web, right?
People just
my
like
gosh.
you.
Yo, this
MAGA.
right here is a good place to stick a fork in this.
It is, it
Silly
is, it
nonsense
is.
you talking, boy.
Oh man, y'all some haters. Y'all some haters. I'm making good internet right now. And y'all up here messing it up. I made this cauldron of great internet spells and y'all messing it up.
And
First off, it's
I don't know, to Mark's point, the only thing worse is Morbius.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I can think of a lot of things worse.
What's the lead on that? How does he keep working? What's his name?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. How the hell does he keep working? I don't
He's a method
understand
actor.
it.
He goes to the Diddy parties.
No, he's not. He's not a method actor. He's just
He goes
he's
to the
just a
Diddy
bad actor.
parties. He goes to the Diddy parties.
This dude still get work. Yeah, and that's what it is. He's got to have some Diddy tapes or something. He's got to have something on somebody. All right. Let me see.
The same way I feel about Owen Wilson. How's he still working?
Wow. Wow, Chuck.
Well, Wilson got hits, man.
So is Jared Leto.
Yeah, like maybe music hits. That's it.
Jared Leto's part of the greatest DC film ever made.
Suicide Squad?
No,
What?
Justice League.
Oh, the Snyder Cut. He's in a Snyder Cut.
The greatest DC film ever made. What part of this y'all didn't hear?
No, he's
The
choosing
Snyder Cut
violence.
is the greatest DC film ever made.
Let's see. All right, where I'm at
Dispute
at
it,
12 o'clock.
dispute it,
It's literally
dispute it.
it's literally a new day. And so it's time to bring this.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man, we're gonna bring it to a close. We're gonna bring it to
My
a
good
close.
internet.
Thank you all for tuning in to an amazing extra long version of Happy Hour. It's been 2 hours,
Yes.
and y'all were talking about Jared Leto being an amazing actor, so we had to cut it short. Shout out to Rodney for being a great technical producer, technical director, and chiming in. He's tired too. He's banging his head against the table right now. Of all the Jared Leto praise y'all done gave this man.
I will say, thank you very much. It was always a pleasure. I am going to, Riot is doing a special, you can watch they're streaming the first episode of Arcane Season 2, Episode 1
Yeah.
on their Twitch channel. And they're allowing people to co-stream it.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm going to try to do that. I have had a lot of wine already, so we'll see. But
Yeah.
if you're up around
midnight.
midnight
It'd be
PST,
midnight Pacific Standard
yeah,
Time. Yeah.
midnight Pacific PST, and you see us go live, if you want to jump in, co-watch it with me, and maybe anybody else jumps in, whoever, we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I'm gonna try, but we'll see. And then I might stream some Fortnite after
Few more
this.
hours to Arcane.
Yeah, so Arcane it drops at midnight. So I
Midnight.
think
Yep.
they're only doing the first episode, which makes
First
sense.
three episodes, right?
Well,
They're
I mean,
dropping the first three.
they're only letting you co-stream the first
Oh,
episode.
co-stream the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
But anyways,
Oh, let me do one shameless plug. And after you get
Yeah.
done, if you did want to see an arcade watch along, because we watched it a little early, we watched a couple of days ago, and our watch along will be right after that. So you watch it, sit here and watch it with the fans of the Geeks Network, and then when you get done with that, head on over to Centel channel, and you can watch the watch along. It's me, Rakai, and Michael Clare. We're watching it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You're not gonna watch the next Jared Leto movie that comes out on the watch along?
Couldn't pour me into a Jared Leto movie.
Whatever. You'll watch it. You'll watch it, damn it. It's gonna be made by James Gunn. It's gonna be Joker 3. And
We see how that helped.
it's gonna have Nicki Minaj's Poison Ivy in it.
Oh Lord.
No.
That's what we want to see. That's what people are asking for. Well, anyway, shout out to Digital Click for making us look pretty. They do our overlays and they do our marketing products. So if you have marketing needs, give a shout out to Digital Click. Reach out to them. They'll help you out. They'll sort you all the way out. Shout out to Mark Savoy and the Nerdy Entrepreneur. Thank y'all for coming in on Fridays and having happy hour with us. And shout out to The Funk. The Funk comes in and curates all our stories for us before the shows and watches me butcher them during the shows. And he's okay with it. He's still doing it. Thank you, The Funk. And he brought up a truth that came in. The 9 Inch Nails Tron movie was Leto, and it was not a bad movie. What? Dallas Buyers Guide with Matthew McConaughey?
I thought his Joker was good in whatchamacallit, in Suicide Squad.
Y'all reaching.
What's that?
Y'all reaching.
I know. I love his Joker in Suicide Squad.
I like this Joker.
I
in
just don't think they
Suicide
get
Squad.
the proper story to him, because that Joker was amazing. That Joker. We'll talk about it at another show. I can break down what makes Jared Leto's Joker one of the best Jokers ever to be put on cinematic.
I can't believe you even uttered that out your mouth.
I'm honestly, who the character is, how they used him was misappropriation. They completely ruined that character. It made it a fucking love story for Harley Quinn, which doesn't make sense at all.
Joker don't love Harley
They
Quinn.
don't love her. She's a weapon. She's a
Yeah.
weapon.
She's a
She's
tool.
a weapon. She is a
As far-
tool.
Yeah, as far as how Joker sees her, yeah.
Yeah, how he sees her. But what that Joker did, his actual physical appearance is amazing. What he was trying to do, and I think I want to see more of that Joker. I actually want to base a comic book based on that Joker, and instead of making that Joker white, make that Joker black.
And then
But
Joker
we'll
would
talk
go to
about
jail
that.
immediately.
We'll
Right,
talk
Joker
about
out
that.
here.
Joker would
Ain't
be
no
shot
black
before
man
Batman
taking that
even got
much
there.
heat.
No,
All
he
that
wears
damn
white-
domestic violence.
He wears
Joker black.
he wears white makeup for a reason. He wears white makeup for a reason.
He gets shot day one.
He wears white.
All right, the police.
Y'all some
Because Harley Quinn
assholes.
is calling the police and Joker is getting taken out.
Oh, well, anyway, thank you all for tuning into our show. This went dark really fast. Wow, guys.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow,
we're
guys.
Done. We're done.
With that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. Leto was the best part of the House of Gucci. He was the best part of the House of Gucci.
I never seen House of Gucci.
Of course you
Yeah,
did.
most
You
people
ain't
haven't.
seen greatness. You ain't seen greatness. You didn't see what made that woman who we're gonna call a Lady Gaga an excellent actress.
Okay.
She killed it in the House of Gucci.
Okay.
I have to take your word for it.
Another Ridley joint. It is another Ridley joint. With that being said, Number one, don't go see these old men's movies. We've seen a lot of it because nobody saw Metropolis, whatever it's called.
Yeah, Metropolis.
Metropolis.
There's another old one coming out. Nosferatu's coming out soon too. It's another
Oh
old
shit.
one.
I know it. Yep. Oh man. Generation X regurgitates all this stuff, and the baby boomers keep making bad original stuff. Something's got to give, guys. Something's got to give. You know. I want to remake Boys in the Hood. We're making remakes, and I'm gonna make it about women instead of men. I'm making a musical.
With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to the Geek Network.
Just take the batteries out his back, please. Somebody pull the batteries out of Chuck's back, please.
I just did that in y'all's faces. Was
right
golden for me. That's the last joke. That's the last joke I got. That's the last joke I got.
There's only so much, my guy.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace, right? Because we're not coming back off of that one.